Welcome, my student. Our lesson today is talking about trigonometric identities. Trigonometric identities. We studied before sine, cosine, and tan. This is the basic trig function. But now we will study cosec reciprocal sine, sec reciprocal cosine, and cotan reciprocal tan. This is a unit circle. It's very important. Unit circle means the radius 1 unit. By the region measure, this is pi over 2, equivalent to 90. Pi equivalent by degree measure 180. 3 pi over 2 equivalent by degree measure 270. And that's 2 pi or 0. 90, 180 degree, 270 degree, and 360 degree. The first quadrant lie between 0 and 90, or 0 and pi over 2. The second quadrant lies between 90 degree and 180 degree. The third quadrants lie between pi and 3 pi over 2, or 180 and 270. The fourth quadrants lie between 270 and 360, or 3 pi over 2 and 2 pi. We get cotan equals 1 over tan, means reciprocal tan equals cotan, and vice versa. And cotan times tan equals 1. Cosec reciprocal sine. Cosine reciprocal sec. Sine reciprocal cosec, and vice versa. Means sine times cosec equals 1. Tan reciprocal cotan. Sec reciprocal cosine. Sine opposite hypotenuse, cosine adjacent hypotenuse, tan opposite adjacent. If we have right angled triangle like that, theta, that's the opposite side, and that's the adjacent side, and this is hypotenuse. Sine equal opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine equal adjacent over hypotenuse. But tan equal opposite over adjacent. That's theta. Opposite, sine equal opposite over hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is the greatest side of the triangle. Opposite because opposite to the 90 degree. That's the adjacent side over hypotenuse, give me cosine. Adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent to the angle theta. But opposite over adjacent, give me tan theta. We deduce sine theta equal opposite over hypotenuse, cosine theta equal adjacent over hypotenuse, but tan theta equal opposite over adjacent. Pythagoras identities. It's very important equation. Sine power 2 plus cosine power 2 equals 1. If we divided both sides of this equation, pi cosine power 2, we get tan power 2x plus 1 equals sec power 2x. But if we divided both sides of the basic equation, pi sine power 2, we get this equation. 1 plus cotangent power 2x equal sec power 2x. Tan power 2x equals, goes 1 to the right hand side, opposite sign, give me tan power 2x equals sec power 2x minus 1. Cosine power 2x equals 1 minus sine power 2x. Sine power 2x equal 1 minus cosine power 2x. Let's go to this example. Sine power 2x minus 1 equals, we know that sine power 2x plus cosine power 2x equals 1. But if we goes cosine power 2x to the right hand side, we get sine power 2x equals 1 minus cosine power 2x. But if we go 1 to the left hand side, we get sine power 2x, we get sine power 2x minus 1 equals negative cosine power 2x. This is answer, negative cosine power 2x. Cosine power 2x. The answer is letter D. Sine power 2x minus 1 equals negative cosine power 2x. This is the solution. The correct answer is negative cosine power 2x. Let's go to the second example. Cosec theta over cosine theta equals 1 minus sine power 2 theta. The answer is negative tan power 2 theta, or negative 1, or cotan theta, or negative sec power 2 theta. Let's go to solve this example. Cosec theta over cosine times 1 minus sine power 2 theta. We know 1 minus sine power 2 theta equals cosine power 2 theta. Cosine power 2 theta. Cosec equals 1 over sine, because cosec reciprocal sine. Sine theta cosine theta. Cancelling 1 cosine, get right cosine, cosine from the numerator and denominator. We get cosine theta over sine theta equals cotan theta. This is the answer, equals cotan theta. The answer is cotangent theta. Let's go to the second example. This is the answer. 1 minus sine power 2 equals cosine power 2. Cosine cancelling to each other with cosine, we get cosine and over sine. Give me cotangent theta. Let's go to the third example. 1 minus cosine power 2 theta over sine power 2 minus 1. Give me which choice? Let's go to solve it. One minus cosine power 2 theta. 1 minus cosine power 2 theta over sine power 2 theta minus 1 equals 1 minus cosine power 2 theta equals sine power 2 theta equal sine power 2 theta. But cosine power 2 theta minus 1 equal negative cosine power 2 theta. We get sine power 2 equal cosine power 2 equals tan power 2 theta. Tan power 2 theta. This is the solution. Let's go to the one minus cosine power 2 theta equals sine power 2 theta. Cosine power 2 theta minus 1 give me negative cosine power 2 theta. Sine power 2 over cosine power 2 give me tan power 2 theta and put the negative. Let's go to this example. Sine power 2x plus cosine power 2x equals tan power 2x minus sec power 2x equals 2 or 1, negative 1, 0. Sine power 2 theta, sine power 2 theta plus cosine power 2 theta plus tan power 2 theta minus sec power 2 theta equals, we know cosine power 2 theta plus sine power 2 theta equals 1 and tan power 2 theta minus sec power 2 theta equals negative 1. Therefore, give me the answer equal 0. The answer equal 0. Sine power 2 theta plus cosine power 2 theta equals 1. Tan power 2 theta minus sec power 2 theta equals negative 1. 1 minus 1 give me 0. This example, sine power 2 plus cosine power 2 plus cotangent power 2 minus cosec power 2. Give me 2, 1, negative 3 or 0. Sine power 2, sine power 2x plus cosine power 2x plus cotangent power 2x means cosec power 2x minus 1 minus cosec power 2x we know sine power 2 plus cosine power 2 equals 1. Cosine power 2 minus sec power 2 remaining negative 1. 1 minus 1 equals 0. This is the solution. Okay. Sine power 2 plus cosine power 2 equals 1. Sec power 2 minus 1 minus cosec power 2. Cosec power 2 cancelling to each other with cosec power 2 remaining negative 1. 1 minus 1 equal 0. This example, write the simplest form of the sine pi over 2 minus theta over cosine negative 2 pi minus theta, where theta is the measure of an angle. Sine pi over 2 minus theta. Pi over 2 minus, first in the first quadrant, pi over 2 minus direction on the negative direction, clockwise direction in the first quadrant. In the first quadrant, all the trig function positive. All the trig function positive in the first quadrant. But pi over 2 converts sine to the cosine. Convert sine to the cosine. Please determine the sine before convert the function. Therefore, sine pi over 2 minus theta equals cosine theta, positive cosine theta. Don't forget. How about cosine 2 pi minus theta? Cosine 2 pi minus theta equals cosine theta. Why? 2 pi minus in the fourth quadrant. Cosine in the fourth quadrant positive. Therefore, cosine 2 pi minus theta equals cosine theta. Cosine theta divided cosine theta equals 1. Cosine theta in the numerator over cosine theta give me 1. Therefore, the answer is 1. Cosine theta over cosine theta equals 1. The result is 1. This example, sine theta plus cosine theta all power 2 minus 2 sine theta cosine theta. How about the answer in this case? In this case, sine power 2 sine theta plus cosine theta power 2 minus 2 sine theta cosine theta. Cancelling this bracket by multiplying directly, squaring first term sine power 2 theta, squaring second term cosine power 2 theta. Put the same sign first by second by 2 in the middle term, first by second by 2. 2 sine theta cosine theta. Squaring first term, squaring second term, put the same sign first by second by 2. Minus 2 sine cosine. Cancelling negative 2 sine cosine with 2 sine cosine. The result, sine power 2 theta plus cosine power 2 theta equals 1. Equals 1. The result is 1. Let's go to the second example. This is the answer. Cosine 180 minus theta times cosec 270 plus theta. Cosine 180 minus theta. 180 minus in the second quadrant. 180 minus cosine in the second quadrant, negative. Therefore, negative cosine theta. Cosec 270 plus 270 plus direction in the positive direction, anti-clockwise, 270 plus in the fourth quadrant. Cosec in the fourth quadrant, negative. Cosec in the fourth quadrant, negative. 270 convert cosec to sec. And 270 convert cosec to sec. Negative sec theta. Again, 180 minus in the second quadrant. Cosine in the second quadrant, negative. Therefore, give me negative cosine theta. Cosec 270 plus 270 plus in the fourth quadrant. Cosec in the fourth quadrant, negative. But 270 convert cosec to sec. Therefore, the result, negative sec theta. Negative times negative give me positive. Cosec, cosine over sec, reciprocal cosine. Cosine over cosine, therefore the result equals 1. Therefore, the result equals 1. Let's go to this example. If 3 cosine theta minus 2 sine theta over 3 cosine theta plus 2 sine theta equal 3 over 2. That's the given. Then tan theta equals what? To solve this problem, we divided each term on the left hand side by cosine theta. Let's go to divided by cosine theta, divided by cosine theta, numerator and denominator, cosine theta divided cosine theta equals numerator give me 3 minus 2 tan theta in the numerator, but in the denominator 3 plus 2 tan theta equals 3 over 2. Cross multiplication, we get 6 minus 4 tan theta equals 9 plus 6 tan theta. Six tan theta plus 4 tan theta, change the sign, don't forget change the sign, tan theta. In the left hand side, 6 minus 9 . The result 10 tan theta, 10 tan theta equals -3. Divided both sides by 10, we get tan theta equals -3 over 10. That's the final result. -3 over 10. This example, 1 plus cotan power 2 theta equal cosec power 3 theta. To solve this example, we know 1 plus cotan power 2 theta, 1 plus cotan power 2 theta, give me cosec power 2 theta. Over cosec power 3 theta, cancelling to each other numerator with denominator, the result 1 over sine theta, 1 over cosine theta, one over cosec theta, equals the result sine theta. That's the final result. Sine 90 minus first quadrant. First, all the trig function are positive. Give me cosine el 90, convert the sine to cosine. We know that before. Cosine theta. Cosec 90 minus first quadrant, all the trig function positive in the first quadrant. 90 convert cosec to sec. Convert cosec to sec. Cosine times sec, reciprocal, give me 1. Any function times reciprocal equals 1. Let's go to this example. To solve this example, we squaring both term, left hand side and right hand side. Squaring both terms. From the left hand side, cancelling bracket, give me sine power 2 theta, sine power 2 theta, squaring first term, squaring of second term, cosine power 2 theta. Put the same sign, first by second by 2. The middle term, first by second by 2. The second term, 9 over 4. The right hand side, 9 over 2. We know sine power 2 plus cosine power 2 equals 1. 1 plus 2 sine theta cosine theta equals 9 over 4. Put one beside each to other. 9 over 4, unlike terms. 2 sine theta cosine theta equal 9 over 4 minus 1. Therefore, sine theta cosine theta equal 5 over 4 divided 2 for both sides, left hand side and right hand side. We get sine times cosine equals 5 over 8. 5 over 8 in the right hand side. This is the final result. This example, cosine power 2 theta minus sine power 2 theta over cosine power 4 theta minus sine power 4 theta over cosine power 2 theta minus sine power 2 theta. Factorize difference between two squares. Cosine power 4 theta, factorization, cosine power 2 theta minus sine power 2 theta, difference between two squares. The second bracket, cosine power 2 theta plus cosine power 2 theta. Cancelling cosine power 2 theta minus sine power 2 theta, cancelling to each other with cosine power 2 theta minus sine power 2 theta. Give me the result, cosine power 2 theta plus sine power 2 theta, cancelling to each other, give me cosine power 2 theta plus 1, cosine power 2 theta plus sine power 2 theta, the result is 1. Then the result is 1. This question is very easy question. 1 over cosine power 2 equals sec power 2. One over cotangent power 2 equals tan power 2. Then the result is 1. Dear student, this is homework. Please do it to consolidation your knowledge. Verify more challenging identities. This is homework. Try to solve this exam. Try to solve this exam, please. QR. You can scan it and solve it, please. Thank you for all students, and goodbye.